Leading our challenging selection at number 10, Dark Souls established the blueprint for punishing action RPG combat that would define an entire genre of difficult games. The interconnected world design creates a masterclass in level architecture, where shortcuts loop back to earlier areas, rewarding exploration and spatial awareness. Combat demands patience and precision, with stamina management forcing thoughtful attack timing rather than mindless button mashing. Enemy placement and boss encounters punish overconfidence, while rewarding pattern recognition and strategic positioning. The obscure storytelling through item descriptions and environmental details creates deep lore that dedicated players uncover through careful observation. Character builds offer extensive customization, from nimble dex builds to heavy strength tanks, with magic complementing various playstyles. Online features enable cooperative summons for assistance, alongside invasions from hostile players, adding unpredictability. The bonfire checkpoint system creates tension, as progress between save points carries risk of losing accumulated souls. Death mechanics teach through repetition, as players learn enemy patterns and level layouts through multiple attempts. The atmospheric world, spanning from Undead Burg to Anor Londo, maintains consistent challenge throughout. At ninth position, we have Dark Souls II, which expanded the formula with more diverse environments and refined mechanics while maintaining the brutal difficulty expectations. The game features enhanced graphics on PS3, with improved lighting effects, creating atmospheric dungeons and outdoor vistas. Dual-wielding power stance adds new combat options, letting players wield weapons in both hands for devastating combinations. Bonfire aesthetics allow replaying areas at increased difficulty for better rewards, creating optional challenge runs. The world structure uses hub-based progression rather than fully interconnected design, changing exploration dynamics. Adaptability stat affects roll invincibility frames and item usage speed, adding build complexity. Covenant systems provide multiplayer variety, from Bell Tower Defenders to Rat Kingdom Guardians. Boss variety introduces memorable encounters, from Mirror Knight to Ancient Dragon, each requiring different tactical approaches. Soul memory matchmaking changes invasion dynamics compared to the original, though community remains active. DLC areas provide substantial additional content, with some of the most challenging encounters in the entire series. The slower, deliberate combat rewards defensive play and cautious advancement through hostile territories. Claiming 8th spot is Demon Souls, the original game that launched the entire Souls phenomenon with revolutionary die and retry gameplay philosophy. The World Tendency system affects difficulty and item availability based on player actions and deaths, creating dynamic challenge scaling. Arkstone hub structure separates 5 distinct worlds, each with unique themes, from rotting swamps to volcanic mines. The magic system offers powerful spells that can trivialize certain encounters when built correctly, providing accessible options. Boss encounters range from puzzle-based gimmicks to brutal combat challenges like Flame Lurker, testing different player skills. Character classes provide starting templates, but allow complete respecking through stat allocation, unlike later entries. Online bloodstains show other player deaths, providing hints about upcoming dangers and enemy locations. The oppressive atmosphere and gothic architecture create dread-filled environments, enhanced by haunting soundtrack. Inventory burden affects movement speed, requiring strategic equipment management during exploration. World-specific mechanics like poison swamps and lava platforms add environmental hazards beyond enemy threats. The tutorial area Bulletarian Palace remains one of the most memorable opening levels, establishing expectations for the entire experience. 7th place belongs to Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, which combines challenging combat with party-based RPG mechanics and massive boss encounters requiring tactical coordination. The pawn system lets players recruit AI companions with customizable classes and behaviors, creating dynamic party compositions. Climbing large enemies to attack weak points creates Shadow of the Colossus-style encounters with dragons and cyclops. Combat feels weighty with class variety, from agile striders to spell-casting mages, each offering distinct playstyles. The Dark Arisen expansion adds challenging post-game dungeon, Bitter Black Isle, with brutal enemies and valuable rewards. Character customization extends beyond stats to detailed physical appearance, affecting gameplay elements like carrying capacity. Night exploration becomes genuinely dangerous as powerful enemies emerge, and limited lantern oil creates resource management. The vocation system allows changing classes freely while maintaining some carried over skills, encouraging experimentation. Dragon encounters provide climactic battles, testing all learned combat skills and party coordination. Quest design includes missable content and time-sensitive objectives, creating replayability through different choices. The world feels alive with wandering merchants, escort missions, and dynamic weather affecting exploration and combat effectiveness throughout the expansive fantasy landscape. At number 6, Castlevania Lords of Shadow reimagines the classic franchise with God of War-inspired combat and challenging platforming sequences. The Titan boss battles create memorable spectacle as players climb massive creatures while avoiding devastating attacks. Combat combines light and heavy attacks with blocking, dodging, and magical abilities, creating depth beyond simple combos. The focus system builds through successful hits, rewarding aggressive play with enhanced damage output. Light and shadow magic provide healing or increased damage, creating risk-reward decisions during intense fights. Environmental puzzles break up combat with platforming challenges and item-based obstacles, requiring exploration. The narrative features Gabriel Belmont's quest, told through cinematic cutscenes with professional voice acting. Relic system unlocks abilities like double jump and grappling hook, expanding traversal options progressively. Challenge modes test combat skills with specific enemy configurations and scoring systems. The Gothic atmosphere spans diverse locations, from haunted forests to vampire castles, maintaining visual variety. Enemy variety requires adapting tactics, as different foes demand specific approaches, from werewolves to necromancers. Upgrade system lets players enhance health, magic, and combat abilities, customizing playstyle preferences throughout the lengthy campaign, providing substantial content. Fifth position features Ninja Gaiden Sigma, delivering arguably the most challenging action combat on PS3 with frame-perfect execution requirements. The combat system rewards mastery with complex combo strings, precise blocking, and devastating counterattacks against relentless enemies. Enemy AI aggressively pursues players with coordinated attacks, forcing constant movement and spatial awareness. Boss encounters test reflexes and pattern recognition with minimal margin for error during extended battles. The ninja magic and ranged weapons provide tactical options, though resource scarcity encourages conservation. Platforming sections add variety, though some camera angles create frustration during precision jumps. Weapon variety, from dragon sword to Vigorian flails, offers different movesets and combat styles. The Karma scoring system rewards stylish combat and exploration, encouraging replay to master levels. Multiple difficulty settings accommodate skill levels, though even normal mode presents substantial challenge. Save points appear infrequently, creating tension as progress between statues carries significant risk. The PS3 exclusive content adds Rachel playable chapters and additional costumes. Gore and dismemberment systems create visceral combat feedback as limbs separate during fights. Level design features interconnected areas with backtracking as new abilities unlock previously inaccessible paths throughout the adventure. At number 4, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite brings cooperative hunting action with challenging monster battles, requiring preparation and skill. The game features dozens of unique monsters, each with distinct attack patterns, weaknesses, and behavioral tells. Weapon variety spans 14 types, from great swords to hunting horns, each demanding completely different combat approaches and timing. Preparation becomes essential as players craft armor, sharpen weapons, and gather supplies before embarking on hunts. Monster cards harvested from kills enable crafting better equipment, creating satisfying progression loops. The quest structure provides hundreds of missions across village and guild halls with escalating difficulty tiers. Multiplayer ad hoc functionality enables cooperative hunts, though solo play remains viable with adjusted difficulty. Environmental knowledge helps, as terrain features and weather conditions affect monster behavior and hunting strategies. No lock-on targeting requires manual camera control and spatial positioning during chaotic battles. Hit zone damage systems reward attacking specific monster parts with different weapon types for optimal efficiency. The learning curve is steep, but mastering weapon movesets and monster patterns provides incredible satisfaction. G-rank quests introduce the ultimate challenge with enhanced monster aggression and health pools, testing veteran hunters. Palico companions provide support, though their effectiveness pales compared to human cooperation during challenging encounters.
7th position goes to Darksiders II, which blends hack-and-slash combat with dungeon exploration and loot systems, creating a hybrid action RPG experience. Deft acrobatic movement allows wall running, climbing, and traversal abilities, making exploration fluid and dynamic. Combat combines fast attacks with heavy strikes, dodges, and wrath powers, creating a satisfying combat flow. The loot system provides randomly generated weapons and armor with stat variations, encouraging equipment optimization. Dungeon design features environmental puzzles, platforming challenges, and combat arenas, balancing multiple gameplay elements. Boss battles require recognizing attack patterns while managing resources and positioning effectively. The skill trees offer customization between Harbinger and Necromancer paths, affecting combat abilities and playstyle options. Side quests and collectibles extend gameplay beyond main story missions, providing completionist goals. The world structure features large zones connected through fast travel between major areas. Visual design embraces comic book aesthetics, with stylized characters and environments throughout the adventure. Enemy variety spans angels, demons, and undead, requiring tactical adaptation between encounters. Possessed weapon system allows feeding equipment to enhance specific stats, creating personalized gear. New Game Plus mode maintains character progress while increasing difficulty for additional playthroughs, offering extended value. Coming in at second place is Nier, delivering emotionally charged action RPG combat with bullet hell elements and unconventional storytelling. The combat blends melee attacks with magical projectiles, creating a hybrid gameplay requiring both precision and dodging skills. Multiple weapon types, from one-handed swords to spears, offer different combat styles and movesets. The magic system features words that function as spells, with upgrades enhancing power and area effects. Quest design includes traditional fetch missions alongside emotionally devastating story moments that subvert expectations. Multiple playthroughs reveal new perspectives and story details, fundamentally changing narrative understanding and character motivations. The soundtrack features hauntingly beautiful vocals, creating memorable atmospheric moments throughout the journey. Side quests provide substantial content, though some involve tedious gathering, creating pacing inconsistencies. Boss encounters incorporate shoot-'em-up mechanics alongside standard combat, creating genre-blending experiences. The upgrade system enhances weapons through materials, creating progression alongside character leveling. Companion characters provide support and narrative depth, with their own arcs and development. Trophy requirements demand multiple complete playthroughs to experience all content and endings. The philosophical themes explore humanity, consciousness, and sacrifice, creating mature narrative rarely seen in action games, providing thought-provoking experience beyond combat mechanics. Rounding out our list at number 1 is Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning, offering accessible yet challenging action RPG combat with extensive character customization freedom. The Destiny system allows freely mixing abilities from warrior, rogue, and mage skill trees, creating hybrid builds. Combat feels responsive with timing-based blocking, dodging, and combo execution, rewarding skillful play over button mashing. The crafting systems for weapons, armor, and gems provide powerful equipment surpassing found loot when mastered. Fate Shift finishing moves deliver cinematic kills after building meter through successful combat performance. The massive open world features 5 distinct regions, each with unique visual themes and enemy types. Quest variety spans main story, faction missions, and countless side activities, providing hundreds of hours of content. Enemy variety requires tactical adaptation, as different foes demand specific strategies, from ranged casters to armored knights. The class-based Destiny cards unlock as players invest in skill trees, providing passive bonuses and new abilities. Difficulty options accommodate various skill levels, though hard mode provides genuine challenge for experienced players. Blacksmithing and sagecrafting create economic depth beyond simple vendor transactions. The lore-rich world features deep backstory told through collectible documents and NPC dialogue. Reckoning mode slows time, allowing devastating attacks when activated strategically during tough encounters, creating satisfying power moments.